Hello and welcome to TVC News. I am Olamide Adeyemi. We are still with development here in Lagos after motorists and commuters spent more than 5 hours in traffic due to the closure of the Independence Bridge linking Victoria Island, Ikoyi and other areas. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu was at the site this morning and he apologized to residents of Lagos State over yesterday's traffic situation. The governor says a contract to fix the bridge has been on for more than 3 years, and it was to prevent a disaster waiting to happen.
Apology is important so that we can take full responsibility as a government, both at the national and sub-national level, for just taking our citizens through an unfortunate incident. It was all well-intended, it was all for good causes, it was all for us to avert a future disaster that was waiting to happen. But you know how life is. There's never a best time for you to be able to do all you want to do. There will always be challenges, even when it seems that this is the best time to do this thing. Into Marina has been under severe threat. So what builders had done over the past couple of years first was to stabilize, beneath, which we can't see. They've done a whole lot of sheet piling underneath the bridge to protect and to hold the integrity, this while. But the real job is that there's like a 15 to 20 meters, span on the bridge, which is sitting on nothing. Over the years, erosion has gone underneath and it's sitting on nothing. So that is indeed an engineering disaster that is just waiting to happen. One day, God forbid, if the part of the bridge just collapse, it will take you right into the water. So they've been on this conversation on what is the best time for us to move in and solve this problem once and for all.
Olamide Adeyemi is monitoring the situation. She joins me now for a situation report. Olamide, where exactly are you and what is the traffic situation this afternoon?
Hello, boss there. I hope you can hear me. It's been really chaotic since yesterday. I'm currently on the Independence Bridge where the bridge was announced, where it was expected to be shut down. And we heard that the Minister of Works himself yesterday decided to order for the reopening of the bridge. But from what we saw yesterday, so many Nigerians, so many residents in Lagos, it put Lagos at a standstill. From the Bonikam area to Adiola Odeku to Ozumba Baduwe to Lekki area of Lagos to Ikoyi, everywhere was at a standstill, and we could see some persons that had businesses, corporates, and people in corporate jobs also having to stay till midnight. Some of them have even resumed for their jobs this morning. The announcement of this closure was given about some weeks ago. However, it seems that Lagosians were not ready in the first place to experience the level of gridlock that we saw yesterday. I'm currently on the Independence Bridge. Right behind me, you can see the Bonny Camp, and right ahead of me, let me just quickly show you where that is. Right ahead of me, you see the site of the reconstruction. Let's quickly go there. And so we understand that the governor also visited the scene today and also apologized to Nigerians. But there are speculations about what the closing hours today is going to be like, especially for those who are walking on the island and going to the mainland. The minister announced the reopening of the bridge. However, from what you can see on the camera right now, work is still going on. And so the only way it is accessible for anyone to utilize the bridge in the first place is to take advantage of perhaps the pedestrian bridge of this area. And so it means that by 4 p.m. today, the closing hour by 4:30, by 5 p.m. today, many Lagosians will have to still use the same route as they did yesterday. I understand that the governor came here, but so many persons were concerned as to why in the first place that LASTMA officials were nowhere to be found yesterday. And from what I could see on the bridge yesterday, I was there till about 2 a.m. I was stuck on the bridge. We could see Nigerians coming out themselves to, conduct themselves in a good manner, ensuring that vehicles are moving as fast as possible. We understand that the Minister of Works has also apologized to Nigerians, but there is more to be seen as to what the outcome of that is going to be, especially for those who are back on the island again today. And so for transport fares, I mean, this led to a standstill, especially for businesses. We see that, you know, the transport fare has skyrocketed. So many persons are now having to pay from places like Obalende to Victoria Island. You have to pay as much as 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira just to get to where, you know, where you're walking. And back to the island, you pay as much as 5,000 naira. If you go to areas like Ikoyi, go to areas like this Bonny Camp area, you spend as much as, you know, double what you pay for in the first place. And so from what you're seeing on my camera, you see pedestrians going. This is the only way you can be able to use the Bonny Camp, the Independence Bridge, to be able to, you know, access Obalende. So many of them are having to, you know, use this bridge. They cannot utilize their vehicles, and then you cross over to the end of the bridge, and that's where you can get a bus going to Obalende, or perhaps connect to other routes like Victoria, the Third Mainland Bridge, Costain, and also Obalende itself. And so we are waiting to see what's going to happen today, because the only option for now for those who are on the island at this time is to also go back to Palomo, or you utilize this Bonny Camp, but you have to stress. There is that concern also.
All right, Olamide, thank you very much for that, you know, summation of work going on there and what the situation has been like since yesterday. Thank you. We'll be back with you at 1 for even more updates.